All right, well, as we head into a new year, it's time to get out of your own head and stop living in autopilot. So here with us this morning with some tips is the author of Wake Up. So let's say good morning to Claudia. Hello.
Good morning, Andrea. Happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course, and Happy New Year. So this is a big one. We were actually having this conversation just amongst ourselves on the show yesterday, but how do we actually acknowledge that we're currently living our life in autopilot?
Yeah, most people are living on autopilot because they are thinking in the future, they're thinking in the past, but they are not in the present moment. They are not making conscious decisions. And when they are not in the present moment, when they are actually can make conscious decisions, the subconscious mind takes over. And they are doing all the decisions based from what they know, from all the unlimited belief, idea that they have about themselves, personal experiences, and emotional behaviors. And since they are not aware that that's happening, they continue living their life on autopilot.
And this is something too that it continues to impair just the way that our outlook on life, even because we're not living in the moment. So how does this actually impact us to feeling maybe unhappy or unfulfilled?
Yes, because when we are solely on autopilot, we're in the present moment. We continue living from all those past experience of what we have learned, what will make us happy or what will make us unfulfilled. And we continue creating attachments and create expectations of how things will go. And if they don't go in that way, then we suffer and make us, feel pain, emotional pain.
So in your book, Wake Up, how exactly are you addressing a lot of this? I know that you will provide us with some tips, but you've actually created a number of chapters to help people maybe get out of that routine of living in autopilot.
Yeah, so one of my intentions with Wake Up was to help people to understand really what's happening in their brain, because most of us don't know how the fight or flight responses as well are impacting our emotional well-being and how make us live on autopilot. So I go through that, and as well to help people to understand how the conscious and subconscious mind works and how to start getting out from that and be more into their emotion, start controlling their thoughts consciously, and also start living a fulfilled life, seeing themselves as a holistic being, taking care of their mind, their body, their soul, and their heart, and start truly living.
This is something too that I've really noticed all over social media. People have been writing up their intentions for the year, and a lot of it has to do with living in the moment, appreciating what they have now. And it seems like it's simple, but sometimes maybe it's not. And you've addressed that a lot here, even in this interview that we're having right now. But what would you say are some of the top tips for people to get started so that they are living in the moment?
Yes, one of the things that I encourage my clients to do, I work as a conscious leadership coach, is start controlling their mind and bring it to the present moments. So two things that I suggest them to do is when they are driving, to turn off the radio, turn off the phone, and start being very mindful of what's happening around them. To start naming things. So for example, if they are driving, oh, there's a blue car, there's a stop sign, there's a woman about to cross the street, and that will help them to bring more awareness to the present moment and be more mindful and controlling their mind. The other thing that I suggest them to do is to be aware of their impulses. If they are driving and they feel the urge to pass a slow driver, to stop and realize that they can choose otherwise and start choosing consciously and not on autopilot. And the other thing is, for example, when the urge of picking up a phone or checking social media, so then realize, stop, I can choose differently, I can choose consciously, I don't need to attend to the urge right now. And if people start practicing these two things, it will help them very much to bring awareness to the moment, to start directing their mind consciously, and as well to start controlling their life.
I think that makes so much sense too. And I actually was talking about this with my partner just a couple of days ago, that my goal heading into 2022 is the intention of having social-free Sundays and setting small goals and being more mindful of what it is exactly you're doing or why you're doing it.
Ah, fantastic, exactly. And then with that, mindfulness is going to support you in everything else that you do in your life.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being here this morning. We really appreciate it. Yes, and once again, Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you as well.
If you're looking for a little bit more information, you can head online to Claudia's website. You can find a lot more tips and also access to the book. Thank you.